Men today don't walk the walk. We've got a good email that I want to go over, and I'm very interested to see the comments section and see if you guys agree or disagree with her email. Again, the title of the email is Men Today Don't Walk the Walk. Let's get into this. So she says, my name's Maria. I'm 36 years old, and I find myself strangely interested in your videos. Can't say that I blame you, Maria. Just kidding. I can't say that I'm a fan of your channel, but your videos, along with the comment sections, do interest me. It gives me an opportunity to hear things from men's perspective, and at the very least, I can learn from it. I've got to say, overall, the biggest complaint that I have with the men in your comments is that these same men who complain about bad behavior tend to reward and or validate the said bad behaviors of those bad women. Men en masse should be denouncing the bad ones and rewarding the good ones. Just had to vent on that, Maria. So for starters, Maria, this is why so many men complain about simps, right? 95% of the guys that you see treating the bad ones like royalty are the simps. That's why so many men complain about that. Because we can't unify as men to steer, the pop culture in a way that leads us into better relationships. We just can't do that when so many of us still are simping, giving respect when it's not deserved, giving validation when it's not deserved, not denouncing bad behavior, and also simultaneously sticking up for those women with the bad behavior. Like even on my channel, any channel like mine or mine, most of the negative comments of the people coming after me are the simps. It's the people that don't like the fact that I'm pointing this stuff out. I don't know if they're just straight up goofballs, wackos, or they think they're going to get like a sympathy screw by being the white knight and having the trashy women see them as a protector of sorts. I don't know. I'm not sure where that comes from, but nonetheless, the simping is a big, big problem. I will say this, though. There is some truth to what she's saying, and I want to point that out, too, because that's one thing I do get tired of. And I don't know any of you watching this. I'm sure we're all guilty to some degree, myself included. But as men, in such a twisted world, I think that we need to practice ownership of mind and ownership of eyes and whatnot more and more today. Like I've said before, and many others have said, getting off of the corn videos, getting away from that shit. Not subscribing to these trashy, over-sexualized women. Not rewarding them with your likes and your views and your subscriptions. Even the OF stuff, bro. Like, we got to cut that shit out. Men, we all sit here and complain about this, but who's buying that shit? Who's filling those bank accounts? Where are all those bazillions of views coming from? It's men. I'm going to say mostly the simps, but I think a lot of guys in everyday life that are trying to do better aren't doing good enough. Even at the gym. Everyone makes fun of all these trashy women, but you guys can't retrain your minds to have the strength to look away from it. You can't retrain your minds to see that and think poorly of those women. Now, some of you doing it right, but a lot of you don't. A lot of men still treat these bad women better than the good women they supposedly want. I'm going to be honest. And you guys might roast me for this. Even a lot of the guys that talk about wanting a virgin. No hymen, no diamond. Dude, I'm not saying I'm against you morally, but good luck. Good luck when you live in a society that normalizes hookups and has normalized hookups for how long? I'm not saying don't have standards and body count doesn't matter. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is a lot of guys are not living in reality. And even if you meet, like I said, even a lot of you guys that have talked to me in private and you tell me shit like, oh, I found a girl that's a really good girl, but it just bores me. It's so boring to me. Yet 2 messages earlier, you're complaining about some trashy girl you were seeing and she was talking about hooking up with random guys. But it's like, bro, what do you really want then? You said you had a good one and she bores you. Like, what do you want then? That's one of the things that I really think as men, I don't think enough of us are doing better. I don't think that. I think as many people that complain and get mad and get frustrated, they're actually not exercising improvement every day in these areas. I don't think many men are at all, if I'm being quite honest. I don't think that many men are actually trying to exercise strength and resilience and resistance to the toxic women. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's like a business. If the attention and the validation and the support for these bad women went away, they wouldn't be bad women very long. You guys can say what you want about female nature. I don't give a shit about female nature in this video. I'm telling you right now, women are followers and they go with pop culture and they go with the reward system because most of them, not to be insulting, are very weak-minded and they operate on instant rewards much more than men do, typically. And attention and validation is one of the simplest, most, abundant, quick rewards that women get from men. And that's the only real power men have in the dating market. If we could somehow unify and stop treating the trashy ones with, I'm not even going to say like with respect, that comes off like some asshole, but no. Treat trashy women's, trashy women's. Cut, let's try that again. Treat the trashy women as such. I'm not even saying be mean. Stop chasing them though. Stop swiping yes on them. Stop viewing their trashy content. Stop liking it. You don't even have to be mean or say anything. Start telling your bros. Start holding your boys accountable when they don't walk the walk in this too. Start having these conversations with your bros. Tell them, knock this shit off, dude. Stop simping over these trashy women. This has to happen in mass. Like, men can't just sit here and complain about no good women, but then you're still being one of the guys watching the filthy movies and, watching all her trashy content or gazing at them at the gym, letting them know that you're interested, giving them that power. You know what I'm saying? If you see some woman, some girl dressed like a 304 at the gym near you, when you're done with your set, make it a point, even if it sounds petty to you, make it a point to completely turn away when you're on your phone and stuff. Turn completely away to let her know that I'm making it a point to go above and beyond to not look at you. If men en masse would start doing that, it would change a lot. And angry, toxic women are going to hear this and say that it won't, and we would love you to do that. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Women that say, I get dressed up like this for me, and I go to the gym like this to make me feel good, you're a liar. You're a lying whore. Shut up. You are a liar. If women dressed provocatively for themselves, they would do it when they're sitting at home watching TV, not going anywhere. They don't. They wear floppy sweatpants, flip-flops, no makeup. They don't care about how they look. Stop it. That's the corniest lie that no men buy. Stop it. Don't say you go to the gym like that for you. Because I see it every day. At my gym, I'll see girls come in there with baggy sweatpants and hoodies on. And if there's not many guys in the gym, the girls won't even take that outfit off. They'll work out the whole time in that. But if the gym is full of a lot of hunks, the girls will get that outfit off and be in the short shorts and tube top or sports bra. Without fail, every single time. 10 times out of 10. Because I love psychology and body language and human nature. I love watching people, paying attention to. I pay attention to that in the gym. I've watched that for a long time. It's a theory that I've had that I've paid attention to. And without fail, I notice it. If there's no guys really in the gym, literally every single girl that comes in like that will just stay in that outfit. They'll stay in the baggy hoodie and the baggy sweatpants. But if they walk into a gym or suddenly a bunch of young whippersnappers, Johnny Rocket, Cock, and Jimmy Skin Missile come into the gym, all of a sudden it gets real hot. They got to take that sweater off. They got to take those sweatpants off. Now they're wearing booty shorts. You don't do it for you. Stop the bullshit. Stop it. Would you stop it already? But men, there is some truth to what she said. We have got to start as a whole really unifying on this because it's the only chance we have at potentially having enough healthy relationships. That's the only chance we have is to put our foot down in a sense No likes, no validation or any of that for women that walk, talk, and act this way. You have to start treating the good ones with the respect, and you have to start treating the bad ones the way they deserve to be treated. And that's the truth, because not enough of that is going on. You guys can say what you want, but you want to know damn well there's an endless sea of simps out here that will forever be the customer to that product. And until we get through to them, we don't have any hope. Anyways, I thought that was a good video topic. Let me know what you guys think. Like the video if you did like the video. And like the video even if you didn't like the video, because it helps me out. It offsets the haters. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have already, make sure that you're still subscribed. Until next time, guys, God bless.